If you want to be successful, be willing to look stupid. That sentence alone makes most people uncomfortable because nobody wants to look stupid. Nobody wants to be laughed at. Nobody wants to be the person everyone secretly talks about and says, "What is he thinking?" But here's the truth most people never accept. Every person you admire went through a phase where they looked ridiculous. Not misunderstood, not underestimated, ridiculous. Let's break this down. We live in a world where people are obsessed with appearing smart, polished, and put together. Social media rewards looking like you already figured it out. Success looks clean from the outside, but the path to it is messy, awkward, and embarrassing. And that's where most people quit. Think about Jeff Bezos. Before Amazon was a trillion-dollar company, it was just an idea that sounded insane. He had a high-paying Wall Street job, prestige, security, a future most people would kill for, and he walked away from it to sell books online, not from an office tower, from a garage. Imagine the conversations behind his back. You went to Princeton for this? You left finance to sell books on the internet? Books? At the time, the internet itself was a joke to most people. Online shopping wasn't a proven model. There was no guarantee, no safety net. Jeff Bezos looked stupid, but here's the key. He was willing to look stupid longer than everyone else was willing to try. Now think about Colonel Sanders. People love to tell his story, but they skip the uncomfortable parts. Late 60s, brokey, living off a small Social Security check, driving around with a fried chicken recipe, knocking on doors, begging restaurant owners to try it. He got rejected over 1,000 times. Not 5 times, not 10 times, over 1,000. Imagine how that looks. An old man being told no again and again. People probably laughed. People definitely doubted him. Some probably thought he was delusional. He looked stupid. But what most people don't realize is this. Rejection only feels humiliating when you're still emotionally attached to other people's opinions. Colonel Sanders wasn't chasing approval. He was chasing conviction. Now let's talk about J.K. Rowling. Single mother, struggling financially, writing a fantasy book about a wizard. She didn't get one rejection letter. She got rejected over and over and over again. Publishers didn't just say no. They said, "This won't sell." They said kids won't read something this long. They said fantasy is dead. Imagine explaining to people that you're still working on that same book after the 10th rejection, after the 20th, after the 50th. At some point, people stop being polite. They start questioning your sanity. She looked stupid until she didn't. Here's the pattern I want you to notice. Before success makes sense, it looks like delusion. Before results show up, belief looks like arrogance. Before validation arrives, confidence looks like stupidity. This is where most people get it wrong. They think failure means they're doing something wrong. They think embarrassment is a sign to stop. They think looking stupid is proof they should go back to being normal. But looking stupid is often the admission fee for a life that's not average. Here's the hard truth. If you're not willing to fail publicly, you're not built for extraordinary results. Success isn't about failing once or twice. It's about failing 50 times in a row and still showing up with the same energy. It's about being the only one in the room who still believes when everyone else already made up their mind about you. And yes, that means people will laugh. Yes, that means people will doubt you. Yes, that means people will say, "I told you so," when things don't work immediately. But let me ask you this. Who are you really afraid of disappointing? People who aren't building anything? People who quit on their own dreams? People who play it safe and call it wisdom? Most criticism doesn't come from wisdom. It comes from fear disguised as advice. Now, here's the part nobody talks about. At some point, the roles reverse. The same people who laughed start asking questions. The same people who doubted start watching quietly. The same people who called you stupid start saying they always believed in you. That's when it gets quiet. Because success has a way of exposing who judged too early. But by then, it doesn't matter. You're not doing it for them anymore. What this really means is this. You don't need to avoid embarrassment. You need to build a tolerance for it. You don't need confidence. You need commitment. Confidence comes later, after the reps, after the failures, after the nights where nothing seems to be working. The people who win aren't smarter. They're not luckier. They're not special. They're just willing to look stupid longer than everyone else. So if you're starting something right now and it feels awkward, good. If people don't get it yet, good. If it hasn't worked the first 10 times, good. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Because one day, they'll talk about your story the same way they talk about Bezos, Sanders, and Rowling, and they'll forget how stupid it looked in the beginning. But you'll remember, and that's what makes it worth it. So I'll say it again. If you want to be successful, be willing to look stupid, not for a moment, not once, but for as long as it takes.